Hey guys, it's Msfili. Welcome back to the channel. We went thrifting today, so I want to show you the stuff that we got. But before I show you that, I did make a purchase on eBay. As you know, these are my favorite sunglasses. They're from the brand KOHO, however you pronounce it. These ones are very, very well worn. It's starting to like rust over here. It's peeling over here, and every time it gets wet or I sweat, like I get a rash over here. I'm assuming from the metal touching my skin. So I do have a backup of these. I thought they were new, but they have a little bit of scuffing on them. Nothing too crazy, but I did wear them out a couple days ago. But these are my favorite style of sunglasses. I feel like they just suit my face really well. So I decided to purchase another pair. They're really hard to find. So when they do pop up, I do kind of jump on them as if I have the money. And so I purchased another pair. Now, the first time I ever purchased these sunglasses, I think they were like $100. The second time I purchased them, I've had 3 pairs already of these same sunglasses. The first pair broke. I think I was like at the beach with Dave and I accidentally sat on them and the arm broke. So that was my first pair. These are my second pair, and I've been wearing these to death probably since 2021, 2022. So it's been years and years and years. So I did get my money's worth, but they are on its last leg too. Even like the nose tips have come off. Like that's how disintegrated they are. So I have one more pair that I've been slowly wearing out, and I'm gonna wear these when I go to the beach and shit, when I don't, I don't care if they're gonna get ruined or lost or broken or whatever. And then the other pair I'll wear for like daily. But since then, that's the only pair I'll have. I purchased this pair, and I paid for this like crazy due to like the duties and shit, but I ended up paying $126 for this. It came from Australia, and then I had to pay $20 duty, so I paid almost $150 for this, guys, and it looks to be in good condition. Yeah, they said brand new, so I mean, these are a little bit different lens wise. It's a little bit brighter in the lens compared to this one. I think this one has like a green tint to it. So yeah, these are going to go in the vault, and once the other pair gets broken or scuffed or whatever, we'll have a backup. So they're called the Unbothered sunglasses from KOHO, whatever way. It was a collab they did with Kylie Jenner way back in 2018, I think. So it's a very discontinued sunglasses. But so we purchased a few things. I bought this hat for myself for days that are going to be hot and I need a hat, and it's very like sporty. So we got that. And then I was excited to go to the first thrift store. It's the first thrift store that we went to, and I managed to pick up all of this stuff, guys. We paid $53 for all this stuff. I promised one of the workers I was gonna give her 2, so I'm gonna keep some, resell some, and then give her 2. This one, they're all Strivectin products. You guys know Strivectin is super expensive. But this is a Strivectin SD for intensive concentrate and stretch marks and wrinkles. I've been a fan of Strivectin forever. I started using them way back in like the 2010s still. And these are all brand new sealed, guys. So we got that. We got 2 of these sets. It has it's called the Ageless Starter Kit. So it has I'll show you one and I'll read one off. One is an instant retexturizing scrub. The other one is intensive concentrate for stretch marks and wrinkles. And the other one is eye concentrate. This is a really good set, guys. Yeah, so 3 mini products. So we got 2 of those. This one I think we got like 3 of. The Daily Hydrator. I'll give her one of these. This is the Strivectin Moisture Repair Daily Hydrator. Helps rebuild skin moisture, cushion layer by layer, instantly boosts skin's natural hydration, helps skin look, feel, and act younger. So there's 3 of these. And then 1 cleanser. No, wait. Yeah, 1 cleanser. And then, oh no, sorry, there's 4 of these of the Instant Moisture Repair. So I think I'm going to give her the Moisture Repair and maybe the cleanser. I think I'll give my friend that works there these 2. She bought one, a neck cream from Shoppers, Strivectin, and she paid like $150. So, and then the last thing that was in the set was this one. It's a Strivectin Ageless Skin Blockbuster. Your six-piece collection to see less wrinkles. It comes with the eye concentrate, the intensive concentrate for stretch marks and wrinkles. 2 of those. And then the moisturizing, replenishing cleanser, and then the tightening face serum. I didn't even check if this was all in here, but let's see. It looks to be brand new. Oh yeah, brand new, unused, all there. Who even donated these? Like, I don't even know, guys. So I feel like I will sell this because it will sell well. This Strivectin set. So I feel like I'll sell this for maybe like 30 to 40, maybe 40. I'll sell this one for 40. This, because it's a $99 value, $99 like retail. So I'll sell this for 40, 45. I'm giving my friend these 2. So no profit there. I'm going to keep this one, because this one's a really good one. This is the expensive one, I know for sure. So I'm going to keep that. I'll keep one of these, and then I'll sell these 2 at about, I don't know, 15 to 20 each. And then I'll sell these 2 for, I don't know, 15 to 20 each. So I'll profit like 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95. Spent 55 will make 130, which, I don't know, seems good. I mean, I'm keeping some products and giving some away. So we got that. And then the last thing that we got was, we paid 30 something for it. What was it? No, I paid $26.75. So $30 after taxes. This Coach, not an outlet bag. I love the color. It's like this kind of gray green color. I looked at if there was any, because usually the wear will be in the corners on fabric bags. There's a little minor one here. Nothing crazy, but overall it's in great condition. And I love this style of bag too. It's from 2011. I saw this for like $60 locally. So I was at the thrift store, right? And I found this item, took it, and it wasn't even to be resold. It was actually supposed to be for my sister because she's looking for something like that. I bring it to the counter and I tell them I'm going to go use a bathroom, right? So then I come back and she's like, and then the worker was like, oh, they took it to the back because they need to reprice it. I'm like, there was a price on it already. They're like, well, they took it to the back to be repriced. I was like, okay, weird. Then the other worker comes out and they're like, yeah, they need to reprice it because of the brand and the condition, and it should be a higher price. I'm like, no, that's not happening here. Not today. I'm like, you're not doing this with me. Ain't happening. You could do it with other people, but you ain't doing it with me. I know my rights as a consumer. I've been thrifting all my whole life. I know how you guys work. So they called the manager. It took forever to come out, which, you know, could have been busy. Who knows? The manager comes out and they told me that they need to reprice it, and they repriced it about almost 3 times the price that it was. And I said, no. I'm like, number one, it's illegal for you to do that. If there was a chance of tag switching, I can understand. Then you don't give it to the person. But this was rolled out on a new cart. There was no time for someone to freaking tag switch the item. And then they said, yeah, but the person who tagged it wrong. I'm like, that's not my problem. That's a you problem. You know, you can't put things out on the floor and then say you mistakenly priced it and it needs to be priced higher. It shouldn't have been priced this way. We go by brand, we go by price. I'm like, that's all nice and dandy, but that's not how retail works. You price something, you put it on the floor, that's fine. You put it on the floor, that's the price that you're going to sell it to me at, because that's the law. It's illegal for you to reprice something. If you spotted it and you took it to the back to reprice it before a customer finds it, sure, that's legal. Go about your business. But no, that's not the case here. So then the manager goes back to the back, comes back, and they're like, okay, look, we are going to give it to you this one time. I'm like, no. I'm like, number one, I don't want the item anymore. Number two, you can't just be doing this because it's me. You should be doing this for every customer. That's not how it works. This is an internal problem. If you are not educating or informing or teaching or training your staff to do things by brand, by price, then they shouldn't, you know, that's a you problem. You need to price things the way you want to price them, then put them out, not price, put it out, change your mind because you don't like the price later. No. And like, don't get me wrong. The manager was super, super nice. I didn't get, my voice kind of got a little sassy, but not too sassy, but she remained calm the whole time. And I was recording this motherfucker thing, okay? Not her motherfucker, this motherfucker situation. I was recording it from beginning to end. But the way that the manager dealt with this, and I told the manager, I was like, look, it shouldn't be this way. If you want to price things high, that's fine. But you can't be pricing things, putting it on the floor, and then changing your mind later once a customer actually has the item in their hands ready to buy it. That's not how you work. It leaves a bad taste to the customer's mouth, and it leaves a bad reputation for you guys. And I was ready to post that shit all over TikTok and YouTube, but because of the manager's professionalism and how she handled her cool, I'm not posting it. And that's why I'm not mentioning it, because I don't want, any kind of drama with it. But yeah, I get what they're doing. Not only do I know how they work from being a thrifter for fucking almost 20 years, but also like having a best friend that worked there and knows the inside dealings of how things worked with this thrift store. Okay. So I told the manager, I was like, I was ready to post this on TikTok. And she's like, no, please don't. I was like, no, but I will delete the video because I appreciate how you handled this professionally. And I showed her, and I deleted the video and emptied it from my trash bin. And I'm not going to post or call them out. But if you're a thrift store worker, manager, watching this, regional manager, whatever, or just people like a consumer to be informed, you can price things up the wazoo, which thrift stores do. I've seen things priced for $2,000, $3,000. And that's okay. It's not okay, but you do it because it's your business. You're free to do whatever you want. But the minute that you price something and put it out on the floor, that's what the price should be. It shouldn't be changed because you have regret, or one of your workers mispriced it in the back. That's not how the law works, not in Canada anyway. So I know the manager listened to me, but do I think they're going to implement anything I said? No. And if it's someone who wasn't ready to speak their voice, then they would just be like, oh, okay, and walk away. And thrift stores have been getting away with a lot of things lately. But the thing is too, is that thrift stores don't understand you price things super high. And yes, you probably end up selling them, but there are a lot of things that you don't sell for that price that ends up getting bailed. Getting bailed means putting it in this big bail bin and shipping it out to Thailand or China or wherever, or the bins. And then it gets, either thrown to the dumpster or it gets sold for even cheaper. So if you just price things reasonably, then you would be able to sell more items than you're tossing out, in my opinion, anyway. Thrift stores are just pricing things. The thing is, people like me who have been showing people how to thrift on social media since 2008, I get that I probably have a little bit of influence and a little bit of fault for making it go mainstream. I'm not saying I'm the first to do it. I'm just saying that I have probably the thing, especially in my city, a lot of the workers and staff and stores and managers have watched my videos, have come across my videos, have even studied my videos. And it's unfortunate that they feel the need to jump on the bandwagon of what we're doing, because they're not a reseller. They're a thrift store. So if you're a thrift store, you should be selling things for significantly less than what a reseller is doing. A reseller is different from a thrift store and a thrift store worker. So the fact that they are just uppricing everything because they think that they can get away with selling how we're doing it, the fact that workers at thrift stores are doing reselling themselves, if not, they're calling friends, calling family to get shit for them. The fact that there's an abundance of other resellers and thrifters out right now, and a new gen popping up, and the fact that the economy being shitty, it all plays a part in why reselling and thrifting is super hard to do now. And you gotta be creative, and you gotta be resourceful. You gotta think outside the box if you want to succeed in this. It's not like how it was before. When I started doing it in 2008, 9, 10, somewhere around there, it was easy, a hell of a lot easier. It's 100% harder to do now, to be honest. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you a little story about what happened. And like I said, the manager and the other workers were cool about it, and they handled it properly. But to be honest, I feel like they may have handled it properly because of my social media following and influence in my city. You know what I mean? So, but the thing is, it shouldn't be that way. I shouldn't be getting special privilege because I'm a social media person and I'll post shit online. You know what I mean? It should be for all customers, equality for all customers. The thing is too, is that why fight the person who wants to buy your item? If it's listed at that price, you should just give it to them. Like, why have the hassle of a headache? What, that extra, I don't know, $30, $40 that you would have gotten from it? And it's not even worth that, to be honest. Like, it isn't worth a headache for you as a worker, as the manager, and it isn't worth, like, alienating a customer that goes there frickin' every single day almost. Not lately, but before, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I feel like thrift stores and the thrift store workers and the managers should really do a lot of training in terms of what they're really doing and if they really want to succeed. And I don't know because I don't work there and how they run things, but what I do know is, you know, being a customer and being a thrifter for almost 2 decades. So anyway, that's just my 2 cents on that. I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.